My point here is not beef. My point is that first of all, Chingenda Chigamba, I've never said it and have kept it for 10 years. Mr. Bobi Wine, with all due respect I give you, between me and you, you know I have a very big secret that can make the international market even doubt you. Should I stop there? This could get me killed. But Bobi Wine, Chagulanyi, Sentam, between me and you, Uganda police, Kabalagala. Now, I was a young boy, but I kept all those things. I still have them. If your boys bring back my family, my kids, and my HIV in the next campaign season, I have nothing to lose. Let DJ Weyangamba Katamba, you have nothing to lose. I'm as good as dead. Bobby, between me and you. Let's get to the topic today. Most people think government is paying me to do this broadcast. No, it's not. Now, the funny part with government is Team MK thinks Museveni is paying me. They all think somebody is paying me in their circles. Nobody is paying me for nothing. But because I'm just a realistic person and I've noticed, if we never speak, nobody will speak. But because unless somebody is given money, they speak. Now me, money doesn't change me. And you people, just off record, bami muloza ndi munako siri mbalayirira mugende mbuze kyabazinga y'ebusoga oba siri mulangira singa ensi enkuba nga nzira y'ebusoga. Mugende mubuuze ku taata wange, mubuuze Karimu wava muno mulwana who my father is. Abasajja abasooka okuleeta wano imported cars ne imported goods. To now we have a 2 billion piece of land that Sudhir is trying to buy off my father, who they used to be together. And tata wange yaganye. Kati we are family. Zenga katamba ngo omuntu. I'm proudly going to tell you. Naye ubutakanga mwenda atenga buli wano mu asite. Naye businesses obusobola okuntera mitwalo 10 nga buna. N'omukyala kamera yalina business emuleetayo emitwalo 10 omwezi. Nze bwe natandika okuteeka ssente mu bayimbi, it was my money. Bona geno babuze, it was my money. I didn't have a funder. Me, I'm not a record label. I was just funding people to be stars. I've made DJs, I've made MCs, I've made artists, I've made TV presenters. Sometimes I don't want to blow my trumpet. Nemumanyidde nnyo mwe simanyi Frank Ashimba for you fool soldiers. Let me say it. Mwe mulekera okulowooza mbu ffenna government yetuwa sente. Some of us have worked. Mwezo sente ze muliko nga abaana bakuba amasasi, abaana babasibye, abaana baluzinze family, nga mukwata bidocumentary byammwe ebyo ne muzikomparinga n'omuntu asasula omusolo ogwa sukali ng'obulamu bw'omuntu bwagenda yaluzinga family ye. Tebayinza kusiba myaka 4 n'osangawo mukazi wo. Muyinza okugamba kale government yebikola naye gwe ozijjawa gwe zirwaning ezo gwe sente zo zijja eri Bulaaya ne zibonyaabonya abantu ate zaffe ze tujja wano ne bazibba. Compare, put on Not gaming. I'm going to deal with intellectuals only. If you're not intellectual, don't even follow me. Don't even comment. Me, I don't want numbers. I don't want views on YouTube. I don't want money on YouTube. Bro, I've been working since I was 16. I'm not broke. I drive a Benz and I'm okay. From family to my own assets to my family brothers and sisters, I'm okay. For record, until I die, I can never be broke. Let me put it clear. Until I die, I can't be broke. Never. Ever. Pozi bana bange bankwate, bansibe, babitunde. I can't be broke. That means I can't be... The word poor is not in my vocabulary. I've invested money munange. Mwe mulowoza musimanyi nali nnywe. I'm just a smart boy. Nze abayimbi temulina sente ze mumpadde nkoze shows ezikulu 10 mwena bampeyo receipt mu abayimbi abampa sente. Bagagga bange. Twa mukasuku agamba luseke nze nakuba oluseke from childhood. Nammanyi alina sente. Abayimbi nali njaga kwagaza music. Ekyo kyo mu record musoka mukijjamu. 1, government doesn't pay me. 2, I'm not broke and I will never. Thirdly, ebintu by'omuvume ebya sirimu ebyo tebisobola. When you go to statistics of Uganda, 1.2 million people have HIV. Do you know how many calls I get every day to inspire people living with HIV? Do you know Global Fund abatuwa ARVs bagenda kustopinga starting this year? Munyivu kubanga nza ayimiriza abantu. Do you know I have people who have herbals that I buy 250,000 every month for so many kids to get there without even ARVs? Moi, don't joke with me. Not political, but God-given. I have a package on me that I also sometimes don't know how to run. Okay, the topic today was supposed to be unemployment. Now we're back to government. Yesterday or yesterday we celebrated NRM, what Museveni and his entire camp have done. We appreciate the roads you've done in a long while. 40, 30. Okay, let's do a timeline of 30 years, yeah. But because technology and things moved faster than your 30 years, you don't seem like you've done anything, but you've done. Minache mkozenga government. But again, you either too slow for us changes. Me, half the border people, I jump on borders, not because baby, we have how many cars in this compound? 3. But I jump on borders when I feel like I don't want to stress. I have 3 cars in my compound. But when I want my brain to breathe and see reality, even when I travel, genda obuzaba na Dubai, obuzaba Sweden, obuzaba UK, the way mala no showbiz abantu mbaduka ko nengenda once ku muntu wa WhatsApp. So the government of Uganda, this is particularly your broadcast. Peace, as in Rwanda, clubs close at 3. I'm giving you the nearest example, but because even in London at 3 they closed. Even Sweden, even Canada, even Germany, the countries I've been to. Check my visa passport, check immigration. You know, I'm done explaining to lay minds. This podcast is for people who think like me, who have gone to school, who reason with reality, not fiction and noise. Our NRM government, all these years, honestly speaking, we have a bypass we didn't have. We don't have bullets in town. People people are educated. Many of us were educated, but I think we have to go back to the drawing board, because half the border people who ride me are graduates. Now, the problem you're facing right now is not that these hooligans are many. No. It's educated people who are making noise because they're not getting jobs. And they're not getting jobs because there are no jobs. You brought the education. Yeah? Perfect. No jobs were increased. Now let me give you a scenario. Me, when I was growing up, the punishment, the biggest punishment my father could give us is take you to the village. I've never been to my village, so I don't know how to dig. I only went digging when I was in, I think, Mwiri obijukire ngokoze punishment abasomera ku masomero gaffe na miryango okoze punishment ne bakulimisa the hunt hill. You remember those punishments? Sirimanga kosimanya tena limetoke. Now we are many like this. People have not left Kampala. We've been here, educated here. We can't go back to the drawing board of digging. It's not pride. We don't know. Now, government of Uganda, education. Now, the more you've educated, the more we don't have jobs. Imagine Mulago, where I pick my medication, which is about to be stopped because of issues. I've had the person who gives me my medication for the last 15 years. That's Bamumpanga job. They call me, they look after me. I love you, Winnie, with all my heart. She'll call my wife, she'll call my friend. But she has been dealing with me 15 what? That means the last campuses of 5 years, nobody can get a job. Yet your government, you've done your part. Mommy, Janet, you've educated us. Everybody that gets money buys a car. I was with you, Jojo, and I told you, we were driving on the bypass, and I'm like, the whole essence of bypass was traffic jam. How comes it has traffic jam that you can be on bypass for another 1 hour, yet you're cutting the main Entebbe road? I just rang in my head, everybody that gets money, luxury is buy a car. You know, we Africans were lied to way back that we are facing lies now. We were lied. If you remember all the movies, Schwarzenegger, John Rambo, Jackie Chan, they were all driving. So psychologically, driving is a big issue. You know why drugs are coming to this country? All the bad boys in the bad movies were doing drugs. I go to rehabs and it's your kids there, the rich people kids, because no broke nigga can afford a rehab. A rehab minimum, ya million biri kitundu minimum. No broke. Neba akula bayina DSTV, bayina film. Beba akula balabanga balaba drugs, so they grew up knowing it's what they are pushing now. Ebisega bigenda kweyongera. Why? It's what we sing on Netflix. YouTube can ban me from saying truth. Only Uganda bans people from saying the truth. Now listen. A few years from now, guns are going to become the next cool thing. I see many of my ISO, CMI people post and put a gun on a side, and all these girls love them. It's a cool thing to have a gun in town. You don't know what you're building. Immediately they get where to buy them without you government involved. Just like the drugs, they get them without you, the government. You know, the biggest rehabs in this country, I've been to 7 rehabs in the last 8 years. Ministers' kids, pastors' kids. There's a pastor I watch sometimes, I'm like, I wish when you're bashing people, I could sit down and tell people what your child tells us when we go to rehab. But the rehab temuni mwana wabavu. Rehab ya million bidi chitundu. And I talked so many things. I'm scattered. Let's go back. My main point today was NRM celebrations. Me, I will come here once a week. Or even I may disappear for a month. I have all the equipment. That's a camera, this is a broadcast studio, that's a light. I have all the equipment to talk every day like every YouTuber. NRM, Museveni, Papa. Do you know why Bobby is listened to? You've all failed to know the technique with Bobby. When Bobby got into this industry, because I was here, and Bobby is older than me by 2 years, so temuja kungambe mukulu tasobya is he had lived in the ghetto, knew the ghetto, knows what the ghetto needs. Now the ghetto is no longer ghetto as way back Museveni and NRM. No, ghetto now has become reality of life. How you live life. The house you rent, the shoe you put on defines whether you get or not. In our era. Me, I told you my podcast is for intellectuals. If you didn't go to school, you don't understand. If you're not a Jaden or Abamakas, leave me. You can put your comment in. I didn't tell you no manga mwe bali bweru kuvumanza. Kwanza ngeza kuteeleza mwe. Nate indirectly. Nate mu comment mabasinga okunvuma. Bro ntambudde mbabaddemu. Enensi we twakwate mazima nitugamenya bwe tuti. Mujja kusigalayo. Nate munange ogende Dubai abaana bali happy. Okujjako eje twagenda mu Kayembe. Ne munange bana the problem I have so much information. And the problem, I failed to get somebody who can intellectually interview me. Kambabuli Kayembe, Kambabuli Amantwali Evulaya. I will discuss the government later. Because what I have is in my head. Now, whatever mabantu bali Evulaya baloza mubona wabona bye mukola. Ne wano webiri. Teba bali ennosu. Omusajja yabadde ku best hotel. It's painful, but watch out for your girls. Kubanga oli yabadde ku hotel, erimu sauna and all that, nga abakazi abeetunda bangi, people who are selling their bodies bangi. Kale nze namulidde nga ayogera ku YouTube channel nengamba mumanyi night economy. Mu night economy, I think 70% are women, and 60 of them don't have jobs the following morning. So you think they are moving to do what? Me one day I want to have a meeting with Mama Janet Museveni because she's passionate about sanity, HIV and women. I one day want to have a real meeting with Mr. Museveni because when I listen to what you say, you love Bazukuru. You want them to have jobs, have what to do. You're trying to create. But because me, I will speak for Kampala where I live. You people, NRM, you're too detached from Kampala. You don't know what's happening in Kampala. I swear on my life, you have no idea what's happening in Kampala. Maybe in the villages where I don't be, but you're too detached from what's happening in Kampala, both male and female. You have no idea. Educated and uneducated, ghetto na abatali ba ghetto. You feel like you want to get alien to feed the ghetto, but is feeding 5%. That's why Palazzo can carry a gang of other ghetto people. Let me tell you, what did you know about, you all didn't know this game. When people went to Alien's house, that was Kawempe only. There was, what's this place called? There was Machindi. No Machindi Jabera. There was Anamuongo coming. There was Impeleru coming. Somebody called me and told me, call Bebe Cool. And Bebe Cool calls Palazzo to stop people who are coming. Palazzo didn't come with a team. There was a team coming. And they didn't want to come because they want to fight alien. But because they feel like you government have put all eyes on alien and they have not been favored. These kids are sleeping hungry, jobless, spend the whole day idle. Just call them for 10K, you'll see fire. That's why Sobi was big. That's what makes Bebe Cool, that's what makes Bobi Wine big. Because he had the circle. Ebintu bya gange ebyo. But now me I have so much information. This government will just pay me to come here in my room, not whatever you want me. YouTube is in Uganda. Block it. We shall do encyclopedia. Let me teach. Let me teach you something. Gange zo muziraba. Alien alinako quarter of a quarter of a quarter of a quarter of a quarter. Atenze chinjaga kwa alien. Toa mu yanzimba. Yanjimba ebibanyimba ku stage nze bitebinyiza ka star manyambo mtu alinamu the good part of life. Alien abantu balina abasinga bona bali babbi ba amasimu bakuba bantu kiro. Bali ku galiye. Nenze mbabulira government of Uganda. You're not in touch with the base. Buzo yo Uhuru. Mubuzo omusajja nga Hamu Kigundu. You're not touching base. You've not seen Gali. Memuloza when Sobi died, they all died. The gang life works this way. For those of you who don't know. When a gang leader dies or is killed, you may think you've scared the gang. The gang elects another leader. Depending on how bad he has been. Not how old. Now when I say bad, it involves killing, raping, breaking into houses, breaking all the odds of life, beating policemen. But these boys, when you sit with them, they just daddy died. I grew up, I was thrown on the street. When you sit with them, they are human beings. They are not animals. Life gave them no option. When you watch all the gangster movies, life backwards. Daddy was not here, mommy dropped me, daddy was in drugs. Life just gave them no options. Just like women are resorting to selling their bodies not because they want. I've told you 60% of women who go out tonight, night economy, and it's becoming a very busy economy because bars make 90 million a night. I don't think there's a business, central town, Kampala, that makes 90 million in 4 hours. I doubt. Unless it's Uganda Revenue Authority. What do you think we're having so many Airbnbs coming up. And let me take you back first of all to television. When Kim Kardashian came into the picture, nakola mabere, nakola booty, what do we have now? Everybody's doing it, even in Uganda. You know how expensive that is? Bazita be what? BBL. Maybe atandika reality TV. Forgive me, Zari, you're my friend, you did it. Because I remember growing up with Zari, ngangamba muite Kim Kardashian we Uganda. So Zari, forgive me for that, but let's just, for the future of these kids. Now, we still lost track. You know, I was talking to a big journalist before I started this podcast. Nagamba, your problem, you need a director. You have too much, you scatter all of us. Oh God. Anyway, I'll rewatch this, and each topic I'll give it a time when I wake up. Now let's go back to NRM celebrations. Museveni, NRM, thank you, we're peaceful. According to what my dad has told me, according to 27 guns. You know, these Yankees won't say anything good, because when you don't know your past, certainly you can't plan your future. But people don't know.